So last Friday when I started, a week ago Friday when I started this job, I had little issue. It's always been kind of a intermittent issue on this GVM, that when you have the booms folded out like this, spraying, slow down, go into a corner, they want to hold in on you like you're folding it up to transport it. I've done some damage to them a couple of years ago, fixed it. I've been doing pretty good about staying on top of it, keeping them pushed out. If I go down a hill or something, or I know I'm gonna be in a situation where it might try and fold up on me, I will reach over and manually run the controls and keep the thing pushed out. The right wing is by far the worst. Friday, halfway through my first load, I was going across a fairly steep side hill. It was sliding a little bit because it was wet, and my attention was elsewhere, and all of a sudden, crash. Here comes the right wing. It was on the uphill side, and it started forward. I had kind of angled down out of the hill, go sliding to try not to slide so bad across the hill, not tear it up, and here come the right boom. And so you can kind of see right there, that's kind of bent up. I got most of it pushed back down, hammered on it. You can really see, let's go out here, that boom. It's kind of hard to see. Oh, there it is. It's no longer straight. When it folds in like that, it winds up wrapping around the rear tire, because the floater tires on the back of this are pretty wide, and so when it folds in and it's down low, it wraps around that rear tire. So it bent that wing pretty good. I already had a little bit of a bend in it. Say I did this before a couple of years ago, fixed it, had it pretty well straightened out. Now I went and did it again. Now I got another big old wowie and another chunk section to cut out, replace. This is the other section. You can see it rubbed the paint off pretty good. That's where I bent it up before. Replaced it with a thicker piece of tubing. That tubing held, but the original next section down, the way it's braced out, didn't hold, so it bent. It happens. It's not ideal. I've tried a bunch of different things to try and address the issue. I don't know what the issue is. After it happened on Friday, I got a new actuator. Now I can't think of what they were actually called it, but it's the plunger inside the hydraulic block that moves when you pull the control, allows the oil to flow. Thought maybe that was getting weak, wasn't staying in neutral, staying centered. It is kind of a funky setup. The way that these are, you don't have a valve for pushing it out on one side of your block and a valve for bringing it in on the other side. It's all stacked on one side of the block with a long plunger and two actuators on one valve, and it runs it both ways. So it's, I guess City has a neutral point there. I don't know. I replaced that thinking it's not staying in neutral. It gets back pressure on it and it slips. That didn't fix the problem. I wound up, after that happened Friday, chaining the cylinders open, the booms, chaining them out so that I don't have to worry about it. This job out here is kind of steep and squirrely in places, and I got enough going on to not have to worry about that all the time. So yeah, not always just cruising along, having a grand old day and flying through the acres. Things happen, things go wrong, things break. Do what you can to address the issue, try and solve the problem, fix it, and just keep going. I don't know, like I say, I don't know what is causing this problem. I haven't been able to find anybody else who's really had this issue before with these kinds of machines, but yeah, I don't know, we'll see. We have looked at getting a different sprayer. Don't know if that's going to happen or not. We'll see. Be nice. I am tired of 90 feet. I thought I was gonna like a little bit narrower sprayer. I'd been running a 120-foot sprayer before this. That was wide, and some of this hillier country, it seemed like it was a pain. Now running 90 feet, I'm realizing I went backwards. In steep hills, it's nice to be able to go across the bottom and then go across the top, and you got a wide enough boom that you cover everything. You're done with it. With my 90 footer, I wind up making a third pass kind of through the worst of it, worst of the hill, to try and get everything picked up. So I don't know, we'll see. Just one of the many challenges. It's not just cruising through acres, humming along all hunky-dory. There's always something, and you just got to figure it out. Chain the booms up so that they don't fold in on you, and just make the best of it, roll with the punches, and carry on.